Welcome students, welcome to Helm of Science. Today our discussion will be on gravity. We will not discuss on the whole gravity topic, but we will discuss how gravity changes due to the change in altitude and the height. Altitude, that is height, and the depth from the surface of the earth. In the most of the case, the students all time do some mistakes in calculating the change in the gravitational acceleration, that is the small g. How this gravitational acceleration change due to altitude and depth. There is the different types of calculation for height change, and the calculation is quite different for the change of depth. So how to remember the exact way to calculate these changes, and how to remember the way to remembering the way of calculating this. Hope you will enjoy the video and watch till the last of the video and enjoy this gravity. We know the gravitational force, it can be written as G into capital and small m by r square, where r is the radius of earth, m is the mass of the earth, and small m is the object mass. This is a general equation. This is valid for any two bodies having mass capital M and small m, or you can say m1, m2. And thus we can write the gravitational acceleration g. We can calculate this. So if a force is written, we know that force is written as m dot a, that is acceleration, and if a is replaced by g, then it will become m dot g. So F is equal to mg, which is the weight of a body, is the force due to the acceleration. So gravitational acceleration g is F by m, and this could be written as F is equal to g m by r square. So this could be written as g is equal to this small m, and this small m will cancel out, g capital M by r square. This is our gravitational acceleration. This gravitational acceleration will change due to the change in the altitude. That is, when we know that the gravitational acceleration is maximum at the surface, and it decreases as we go inside the earth's surface, and also decreases as we go upwards the earth's surface. That is, changes, g decreases with increase in altitude, and g also decreases with decreases in the depth, or increase the depth. So how this happen and what is the calculation behind this, I will show you now. Now I divided my board in two parts, that is change in altitude and the change in depth. Let's start with the altitude. If we think that we are calculating the small g above the height h from the surface here, so there will be the change in the small g, and this g will, let's say, g prime. So small g will g m by r of earth plus h whole square. The total length is being changed by r plus h. So if we write g prime by g, it will become r square by r plus h whole square, and we're taking common of r, and thus it will be r square, so it will become 1 by 1 plus h by r whole square, and this could be written as g prime by g equals to 1 minus 1 plus h by r whole square to the power minus 2. And by expanding in binomial expansion, this will become g prime is equals g multiplied by 1 minus 2h by r plus 4h square by r square plus minus, it will go up to infinity but never become 0, and this term goes like this. And we can see easily that this is the very low value term, negligible value. It has a very negligible value, and the negligence goes on, continues, goes on, but it never becomes 0 at the end. It never becomes 0 at the end. So in physics we can neglect the negligible value, so g prime will become g equals g multiply 1 minus 2h by r. We will not take this value. Okay, so this is the method of binomial expansion method. We are calculating this by binomial expansion method. Now beside this, I'm going to try to calculate the depth. So if we start from this method, this will become, so let's say g prime is equal to gm by r minus h, as we are going deep inside. This is r, and we are calculating the value. Let's say this is h and this is r minus h. So in this method, actually what we are doing is we are calculating the gravitational acceleration in change by r minus h unit. Now if we write g prime by g, it will become r square by r minus h whole square, and this will become like this, 1 minus h by r to the power minus 2. And if we go through the binomial expansion, this will become 2h by r or something. So this is also going through binomial, but the factor is that, so this will become g prime is equal to g into this, but the factor is that this is the wrong value. Why? We can say we can find at altitude by this formula, but we can't find the gravitational change in gravitational acceleration in this formula. For that, in the depth case, binomial is not applicable here. Why? So let's come to the discussion. So when we are writing g, it is gm by r square. So r is the radius of the sphere, taken here. The radius of the sphere taken here. In this case, the sphere has a radius of r minus h. That is this. This is up to this. This is correct. But the problem is, it is experimentally verified experimentally verified, or you have read it earlier in the book, that at the center of the earth G is 0. So at the surface it is maximum, but at the center it is 0. So in the previous case, for the altitude case, this term will never become 0 at the last. That is, at very large distance from the surface of the earth, gravitational acceleration is never 0. It is very negligible. Suppose you are calculating the gravitational acceleration of earth sitting on Pluto. There will be a very much little amount of gravitational acceleration due to earth, but it is never 0. But in case of depth in the center of the earth, it is always 0. So we cannot expand, or we cannot calculate the gravitational change due to the depth by the method of binomial expansion. In binomial expansion, the term never gets 0. So we will not use this term. This is totally wrong term. This is totally wrong. So what will we do? Let's see. We will find the average density of earth. Suppose rho is mass by volume. So mass of earth by volume of earth. Mass of earth is m and volume is 4 by 3 pi r cube, r of radius, and this is our earth, and we are going inside this. So this is h. So the new sphere would have a radius of r minus h, right? So its volume, the new sphere volume, is 4 by 3 pi, and this is r minus h whole cube, right? And its mass will be mass n prime, that is the new sphere volume mass. This will be 4 by 3 pi of r minus h whole cube into the density. Density is constant, as this is the part of the earth. So we will put this density term here, and it will become, put it yourself and calculate it in your copy, and it will become 4 by 3 r minus h whole cube, and this rho will become 3m by 4 pi r cube, right? This will go cancel, pi cancel, and it will become m by r cube r minus h whole cube. So this is our mass. So the force due to the gravity will become g m by r cube small m into r minus h. So I am clearing this portion. Now the change in the gravitational acceleration will be F by m, that is normal formula of gravitational acceleration is F by m, and this is equal to, and it will divided by m, and if we divide it by m, this will cancel out, and this will become g m r minus h whole cube by r cube. Simplifying this, we can get gm by r square into r minus h by r. This is whole cube. Sorry, this will not cube. This. and we can write it. This is our g, and if we take common, r minus h by r. So this is our g due to depth, and this is our g due to altitude. So this is the formula. So what we learned is for calculating the change in gravitational acceleration due to the change in altitude or height or depth. For altitude, we will use the binomial theorem. Binomial theorem is equal to exponential change. So exponential change is somewhat that is never becomes zero. And in case of depth, binomial, we do not use binomial theorem. We will just use some classical techniques, and here it becomes zero. So as this doesn't never becomes zero, that's why you can use the binomial theorem. But as it becomes zero at center, we cannot use the binomial theorem. So the exponential curve is something looks like this. If this is y-axis, this is x-axis. So this curve will go on like this and this and this, but it will never touch x. There is always some space between the curve and the x-axis. But as this is the depth, so it will become zero at some point. This is x, this is y. So it will become zero at some point. Now, if we try to plot our gravitational change in gravitational acceleration due to the height and the depth, there must be a common graph for this. And this graph will look like this. This is our axis. This is x. This is y. X-axis is the height, and y-axis will be the gravitational acceleration. So if we start from the center of the earth, center of the earth means it is zero, height zero, and gravitational acceleration is also zero. And as we come forward towards the surface, the gravitational acceleration will keep increasing linearly. It is a linear curve, and it will go maximum to the surface. So this height, suppose this is r, so OR is the radius of earth, RE, and this is the gravitational acceleration, and here it is maximum. And as we go upwards to the gravitational surface, it will keep decreasing. But as this is the exponential curve, it will never become zero, but it will go like this and this. So this is the nature of an exponential curve. So this is our plot of the gravitational acceleration change with height. Hope you have understood it well, and if there is any confusion still, please comment it below, and like our video and share with your friends, and keep informing everyone. Thank you so much.